Good evening, everyone, and I'm really sorry for the delay in starting there. It looks as though we're not streaming direct to online live psychic readings, so I'm just going to take 2 seconds to make sure that we're all connected up properly so people are able to join us and join in the chat. And I just have to do a couple of things to get that sorted. You'll have also realised that I'm not Helen. Unfortunately, Helen isn't able to do tonight, so I'm stepping in last minute to do some readings for you. And I'm nearly finished sharing this. Click on video and comment. So I'm really sorry for messing around, but need to make sure it's all set up properly for everyone. Right, hopefully that's all done. Right, so I can focus on you guys. Hi. So we've got Marianne Harris. Nice to see you. A lot of familiar names here. Christine Campbell, Kim Burns, Katie Newkirk. Oh, hi, Stace. I will finish before 8 for Fulvia to be on. Hi, Linda Swan, and hi, Christine. Brina Walters, hello. Nice to have you on. So as I say, I'm really sorry. Helen wasn't able to do tonight. So I'm stepping in last minute. So I am open to doing some mediumship readings for you. I haven't got my cards and I haven't got me totem cards either, because I wasn't expecting to do any of this and back in time with today. So you've got mediumship. So just let me know if you would like me to give you a mediumship reading. I don't like just to assume that you're here for a reading. I know, Linda, that you've said that you would like a reading. Is there anybody in particular? Not that I'm promising that I will be able to link up with them, but it is something. I've been a medium for 30 years, but I'm a developing medium, and I'm still wanting to push myself and develop my mediumship. So I would like to try and link in with the people that you want me to link in with. And it's a two-way process, and we'll see whether we can get that working tonight for you. So if you're still here, please, Linda Swan, if you just pop in the comments there whether there's a specific person that you would like me to try and link with. But actually, as I'm saying that, I am aware of a young man in spirit. You said mum and dad. Okay. I will work with this young man first, if you don't mind, because he has just arrived in. Okay. Would you understand a young man, brother in spirit, please? And right, I'm linking in with a lady now who's come very close, and she's making me aware of a lot of stomach problems with herself. There's nausea, there's pain. It's affecting her whole gastro system, if you see what I mean. A lovely lady who was very patient, I want to say, in her approach to herself and to other people. She just takes her time with everything, and she gives me the impression, just slow down. It's that kind of calming, loving energy with her. But again, these stomach issues going on here. If you're able just to confirm that I am on the right link with you, Linda, because if you're not understanding this, then I will need to go back and find out who I'm actually working with. Yes, resonates. Okay. So with your mum here, I know she had problems with her eyes. She's putting glasses on, but she's also making me aware that there was just some issue with her eyes, whether it's irritation or infection. I'm not quite sure, but she's just making me aware of that. And I know as well, at the end of her life there, prior to her passing, she would have had a great deal of difficulty self-regulating. Her temperature should be hot, should be cold, and it didn't matter what the temperature of the room was. Her body temperature was just all over the place. And I sense with her quite there's more than just one organ going wrong for her there. All right. Okay. Thank you for that confirmation. I know that, again, she's going back to just slow down, just calm down. So I know this is what she's bringing in for you, Linda, that she's just wanting you to calm down, to slow your life down a bit. It's like you've been running at life 100 miles an hour, trying to control everything that's in your pathway as such, and getting things sorted, and she's just saying, just stop, slow down, take a breath, take stock of where you are, and actually reflect on what you want rather than what life's throwing at you. Okay, just take some time for you. Okay. She's talking about the 27th of the month, and I feel like 27th of August would be a relevant date around your mum. And I want to go to December, around December the 12th as well as dates. And you would understand links with Scotland. She's bringing in there with bagpipes as well. And these are all things that would link in around your mum there. And she's got a lovely sense of humour, and it's like she's got this lovely sense of humour with your dad as well. You're pushing each other and just laughing together, and get yourself, it's that kind of relationship that they're just wonderful together. So just know that they're both around you, Linda. They're bringing you so much love, and just slow life down a little bit. There's no rush. You've got all the time in the world. Okay. Take their love and take their blessings. Thank you for working with me, Linda. Okay, so if people can just comment so I know that you're still here. If there's anybody in particular that you would like me to link in with. Christine Campbell, I've just seen your comment about your friend Selena. Let's see whether we can click into her vibration and okay. If I've got the right spirit here for you, Christine, you would understand Selena having problems with her ear or inner ear as well. So I feel that she would have balance problems prior to her passing, and there's just it's a bit like you. It's not the pressure pop. It's just it just feels odd in there. Okay, so I don't know what it was, but if you would understand Selena with that, you'd understand Selena if I've got the right link of dyeing her hair at different times and different colours as well. Not all at the same time, she's saying. It was, but she liked it looking nice, and she liked to keep on top of how it looked. So that meant that she would have colours in it, and just enjoy that. Right, she had the balance problems and made her dizzy. You would understand at times she could get quite irritable though. whether this was right. What she's giving me is that emotionally, at times, there was things that affected her and made her very irritable, and these link back to things in her past. Okay, and yes, so lovely. But she's just also saying about there was things in her past that if you press the wrong button with her, then she would get a bit irritated with people. And you would understand this happening around you at the moment. And it's all about linking to previous experiences that you've had. I mean, I've put at the bottom here about my book, Universal Spirit Awakening. Part of that book is about shadow work, and this is what she's referring to in terms of recognizing the emotions that you've got now being linked to something that happened in the past. And once we can understand what those emotions are and why you're getting them, we can move away from them when they're quite negative for us. Okay, so it's not that necessarily even forgiving, forgetting, or anything else. It's understanding, yes, I'm getting irritable because of that situation in my past, and I understand why I would get irritable. There we are. Why I would get irritable with that, and it's okay. It's a normal emotion to do that, but unfortunately sometimes, more recently, that irritation because of the past is coming out in perhaps not appropriate situations. Okay, and that's what was happening with your friend Selena as well. You would understand that. Okay. She's frog. What on earth is she bringing a frog in for? I was going to say she's brought in a cat. There's suddenly this frog. So would you understand why she would be bringing in a frog? Whether it's the symbolic, whether it's because I was talking about totems and my totem. I'm not doing totem readings tonight because I didn't bring my book to reference from. And bringing this toad in. Toads are really magical creatures, you know. So it looks as though I am going to do toads now, so with or without me, but toads are really magical creatures because they have developed from that tiny little egg into the tadpole type thing and then transition again. So the whole journey that they go through is quite transforming, and I feel that she's giving you this toad because actually you're transforming into this incredible, wonderful toad. And you know, people normally think toad, but actually in terms of totem animals, toads are brilliant, absolutely brilliant because of their transformative nature, and the earth animals as well. They live in water but also on earth, and they combine that balance of emotions of the water and the sensibleness of the earth. And if you listen to the toad's voice, they can sing as well, and they can harmonize, and they are quite social creatures. And again, she keeps showing me this toad with wonderful colors, because you can get toads with nodules on as well, can't you? And there's beautiful spiritual colors all around this toad. So there we are. I wasn't going to do totem animals because I haven't got my book with me, but Spirit have other ideas anyway. So from your that's made you laugh. Yeah, totally. It's like if anybody wants to get my book, please do, because I love it. I really love it. It's like earwig. Who would have thought that an earwig was such a brilliant creature? But it's a listener. and it's very transformative for other people because of the listening, and the nature of earwig is brilliant. So just just have a look. You can actually find some more totems on my website. If you go to findmeamedium.com /animal-totems, then it'll produce a totem for you. Each time the page is refreshed, there'll be a new totem there for you, and I feel it's the universe giving you that. Okay, so Christine, if you'd like a totem animal, go to the website and it will produce a totem animal for you. Okay. Oh, Brina, thank you. Thank you. Brina, was that the awakening one or the totem one? Christine, I didn't finish off with you. Selena is around you. You know she's around you because she makes you laugh and she makes you giggle. Like she did, like with this toad, isn't it? And whenever you're feeling down, just think of Selena and she'll give you that giggle and that toad. Okay. So I'll leave that with you, and thank you for working with me. So let's have a look. Who else have we got here? Hi, Sharon. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Tracy. You're welcome, Christine. Hi, Amanda. Amanda Park, you'd like a message from your sister. Let's see whether I can link in with your sister. If I am linking right with your sister, she is your younger sister, okay? And she makes me feel exceptionally emotional. Oh, Donna, you were reading my book, the book this morning. Thank you. And I will give you a reading for buying that book. If anybody buys the totem book and sends me the Amazon code that is the purchase code for it, then I'll send you an email totem reading. Okay. Your sister, Amanda, she's making me feel incredibly emotional before she passed. Very anxious, very much. Oh, she was your big sister. Okay. Right. Mary, the numbers next to your name is just the time. Okay, so the time next to yours is not 1918, but obviously if you're in a different country than the UK, it will have a different time than that, Bob. Right. Amanda, just to make sure whether I am with you, because I did feel this was a younger sister. She was younger than you, or maybe maybe it's because she was an older sister, but the age you are now, she is younger than you. I don't want to make it fit, but let me give you a date. She's talking about the 15th of August. Would you understand the 15th of August as being a relevant date around your family, please? If you can't take that, then I'm just wondering whether I'm with somebody else, because the names were flicking through quite quickly. But I did feel I was drawn to give a reading to you, Amanda. So, no. Okay. Amanda, I will try and come back to you, but meantime, I want to place this lady that I've got in spirit. I do feel that the lady that I've got in spirit was exceptionally emotional before she passed. I feel that there was tablets involved, and I'm not she's not exactly giving me the sense that it was deliberate, but she passed through an overdose. But whether that she was in such a state, I'm not sure she was really thinking about what she was doing, really. And they would also understand, if this is for you, the date of 15th of August, please. So if anybody can take those 2 pieces of information, please just pop it up in the comments, please. If no one's able to take it, then I will go to somebody else. So, and I know there's quite a delay on these things as well. So I'll just say some hellos while I'm waiting. So, hi Lorraine, you'd like to hear from your mum, dad, or brother. Thank you, Mary, for looking at my book. Tracy, your granddad. Mel, a message. K-Weezy, you often, I know, want a message from your dad or your friend. Kim, hi. Right, it doesn't look as though anybody can take this lady on the 15th of August. So I will ask her to stand to one side. Maybe it's for somebody who's going to come in later or was in earlier, because there is quite a sort of flow through of people that come onto these lives. Pop in, say hello, I want to read it, and go again. So, oh, Brina, your best friend's daughter's birthday was the 15th. Brianna, would you understand this lady or young lady in spirit that took her own life through tablets, please? Okay, because it's the 2 bits of information that I would need. Her birthday was the 15th of August, yeah. So this is sounded, just want to confirm that you would understand where this, she doesn't have to be your daughter or anything like that, but somebody that you would link or, be aware of. She died in a car accident. Was she driving at the time, Marina? Because it's almost as, because maybe if there was tablets involved prior to the car accident. Okay. Again, I don't want to make it fit, but I'll go back to and see what else I've got, because again, the override. Yes, she was. Okay. Because the overriding feeling that I got prior to her passing was this state of confusion, anxiety, just, not sure what she was doing, very upset, very, very upset. Okay. Right. You would understand, she's taking this massive, all right, you would understand her smoking as well, and there would have been drugs involved as well, I feel. Okay. And it's like pop, she went, and she went, almost as though she wasn't really aware of what caused her passing. Okay. And as I said right at the beginning, that there wasn't really a deliberate nature. What was this? I don't know. Sue was upset. She didn't smoke and no drugs. Must not be her. Okay. Now, I don't. As I say, it's interesting that you could take the 15th of August. Just be aware that I've brought this lady through. It's not a future, so don't go away thinking, oh God, this is going to happen. But just be aware that I've brought this lady through, and if somebody brings up in conversation about a girl passing and there being tablets involved, okay, prior to a passing, and not deliberate, and being in a very anxious and unsure state prior to a passing, just be aware of that. Now, Barina, you were wanting a reading, so maybe this was a way, especially because you were understanding the 15th of August, to get to you. So let's see who I've got. Right, I've got a small lady coming through. She's not very tall at all. She's slender. She's slender in build. She gives me the sense of being quite elderly. Or it was your dad that you wanted. Well, at the moment, I've got this lady coming in. Okay. Let's see whether your dad comes along as well. But at the moment, I feel this lady would be a grandmother or great-grandmother, because, as I say, I feel quite elderly when she passed, and she's passed in her bed, and she's just gone to sleep and not woken up again, basically. I feel that she was pretty independent as long as she could be. There we are, your grandmother, 98. Yeah, that was 98 pounds. I don't know how heavy that is. I'm useless. I don't know whether that's heavy or light. Sorry. Yeah. She gives the sense that in the last few years of her life, it's very skinny. Right. Okay. Thank you. That's what I felt with her. In the last few years of her life, things seem to have drifted a bit, and she's making me aware of her heart, but also the emotional loss that she had. That I feel that her husband would have passed before her, and she never really got over that. It wasn't just about him passing, but it was about who she then was, because so much of her life was about looking after him, sorting the house out, sorting the family out, and without those anchors, she didn't know who she was anymore, and that made her feel a little lost. And the reason it's her that's come in is because you feel that sense of feeling lost, and that could well be connected to your dad, in that your dad was your anchor, and without him around, it's like, well, who am I anymore? And who's going to give me the affirmations that I need, that I'm doing the right thing, if dad's not there to do that? And if dad's not there to take the mick, because I feel as though perhaps I've got your dad coming in as well here now, because he's making me laugh, and taking the mick out of you, kind of thing. And he's just a lovely, lovely gentleman, fair, and things need to be in their place, but he was very much your anchor as well. And your gran felt very much how you are feeling now, that you're feeling that loss, and lost lonely dad was my only friend. Yeah. Okay. And what she's saying is, don't go down her path, just redefine you. Your dad is still here, she's still here. Okay, you can't see her and him, but they are around you. Okay. And they give you so much emotional support from the spirit world, and so much affirmation of the choices that you're making. And it's kind of like, well, it's okay if you make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Don't worry about it. Learn from it, move on, go to the next bit, and have that confidence in yourself that you are doing the right thing. And if you're unsure, just sit in your silence, take a deep breath, and just call dad and call nan to you, and just ask them for support. Just relax yourself and allow them to come in. Don't reach out to them, because they're already there. reaching out can push them away, but just sit in the silence and let them come to you, and just open yourself up and feel their vibrations of love. And this will really support you and give you the confidence of moving forwards. Okay, they bring so much love to you. So thank you for working with me, Brianna. And we got there in the end. Okay. Right. Thank you. Okay. Who else have we got here? Yeah. Good. Thank you. Oh, I just realised I didn't bring myself a drink of water. Those of you that have come on expecting to see Helen, I am really sorry Helen couldn't make tonight, so you've ended up with me. So just pop in the comments about whether there's somebody in particular that you would like to hear from, and I will see who I am drawn to give a reading to. Okay. If you just pop in the comments. So we've got Lorraine, we've got Kim, we've got Mary still here, Kawizi, Tracy, Marianne, you were here very first of all, weren't you? So let's go to you, Marianne. Okay, and that's the advantage of there's something there of YouTube, because we stream both to Facebook and YouTube, and being on YouTube you can actually comment before we go live. On Facebook you can't. So as readers, when we come on, we can see the first people on are invariably the YouTubers. Okay, so Marianne, sorry, after doing all of that, trying to find you, was it your dad? Let's see who we got. Right. Oh, the gentleman that coming through tonight, a genuinely lovely gentleman. Lovely gentleman. And Marianne, I feel this with your father too. He's showing me reading you books and sitting you on his lap and reading you books and getting you to laugh when you were upset. And I feel he was very, very much a hands-on dad. He wasn't one that went out to work, came back, had his tea and sat in front of the telly. That didn't appeal to him at all. He worked because he had to. Sometimes he enjoyed it, but it was just a job. Would you understand sales of some sort with your dad, working in sort of retail, that kind of environment with him? And he's giving me the sense he was here and then gone. Here 1 minute, gone the next. This is going to sound a bit odd, but he was glad it didn't take a time. He couldn't have stood. Oh, there we are. He couldn't have stood being ill for a long time. He would have hated having to be looked after. He would have hated being the invalid. That just wasn't what he wanted. So he was pleased. And the reason I hesitate in saying that is obviously for families that is so difficult, because there can be things left unsaid. There can be lack of understanding of what was wanted at funerals, and just not having time to say goodbyes properly. And I feel that he regrets that side of it. Okay, but actually for him, and he hopes for the family as well, his quick passing was better for him, because it just meant that he didn't have to rely on the family. even though I know as a family you would have pulled together and you'd have just wanted him there, whatever. Okay. Dad, okay, he's not mentioned that to me, Marianne, so I don't know. He's talking about heads as well. So often it's with heads, it's stroke, isn't it? Oh, family rifts, big time. Was that following his death? Because he hasn't talked about that to me. He hasn't given me that information. Okay. Or maybe that was what he was talking about with the fallout of him passing so quickly, and all those things were linked to the falling out. Okay. And grief does. Grief. Oh, it was before he passed. Right. I don't know. He's just not giving me anything with that, Marianne. I keep going to him with that, and he's not. He's not taking part in it, basically. And I don't know whether he would have gone like this or not, but it's like people have to sort that themselves. He's not getting involved. But he would have been like, oh, your granddad has a stroke. But he would have been like that on the earth plane as well. It's like everybody else can sort it out. I'm not getting involved. And actually, I feel that's what he's saying to you as well. Just don't get involved. Don't get involved. If you get involved at any level, you're going to upset somebody. By not being involved, you leave the door open for them to come back to you when they're ready. Okay. September he's talking about, and I want to go to 22nd, 23rd, 24th, around that time in September as well. Would you understand a small win on the lottery as well? And he's saying small win, whether there's been a recent small win or not, or whether he's actually hopefully bringing a small win in for you. Okay. I don't know, but it's his sense of humor as well that, win on the lottery. Okay. So I will leave that with you, Marianne, and thank you for working with me. So who else have we got? We've got Paula wanting a message from her nephew, Susan from her dad, Krish, Grandma, June from your dad, Mum from Lorraine. Right, Lorraine, was it you I was going to go to earlier? Yeah, Marianne. I do it every week, and I keep winning little ones, like a free ticket or £2.60. But I ask to win the lottery, and they give me that. So I suppose it's winning, isn't it? You have to be more specific about what you want, don't you? Right, Lorraine, Mum. Let's see whether I can link this Mum. Lorraine, I'm not sure. Okay. Well, I'm working with you anyway, I think. Lorraine, if I've got your mum here, you would understand the knitting. And I'll tell you why, because she's putting wool around my fingers. She's got the needles, and she's actually got the wool to get the right tension on the needles. She's put the wool around her fingers as well. And she was a big listener. Well, that's what she's telling me anyway. Okay. Sometimes they tell you one thing and they're totally the opposite because they don't see themselves as they are. But I think she liked to see herself as a good listener. And she loved a cup of teas. And she's showing me a cup of tea in a china cup. not pottery one, a china cup, okay? And I feel with her as well, you would have understood the cough and the breathing that she had, the breathing problems that she had as well. She's making me aware of the piano being played, and the sound of the an upright plinky plonk. You know what I mean? The plinky plonk piano, the upright ones, not a grand piano or anything like that, but just an old-fashioned piano that would sit in the front room there. And I'm not sure whether this is your grandmother, because just everything that she seems to be bringing through seems to be a generation back from what I would expect your mum to be, Lorraine, and unless your mum was an old mum kind of thing, and or you're a different age than I'm presuming you are. Okay. And she's showing me stained glass as well, like a stained glass window, but I don't get it in a house. It's usually associated with churches, isn't it? Stained glass, there's not many other places where you get stained glass. So would you understand why she's bringing the same glass in, just to refer to a place that was important to her? It must be a church, because she's now referencing about burials and funerals and things like that. When she was younger, it would have been, she was very young with my nana. Ah, right, okay. And again, she's going to her heart. Would you understand? Again, I feel as though I've got both your mum and your nana here, okay? And you would understand this heart attack as well, because she's going to her heart and just doubling with the pain there and not being able to breathe. And I know that she had this cough and this lung problem, but it's this heart, unless we've got one with one and the other with the other, okay? And you would understand, Lorraine, sensing that you're at a crossroads at the moment, a crossroads in your life, and that you've been asking for support in making the right decision, okay? And I feel as though, actually, yes, I've got both your mum and your nana here, and the problem with asking for asking spirit for advice is like asking your mum and your nan for advice, because they're the ones in spirit that you're asking, and each are giving different advice because they're very different people. And in the situation that you were in, your nana would say one thing and your mother would say the other. It is totally up to you, okay? You know what your nan would advise you to do, and you know what your mum would advise you to do. So it takes your choice. You know them well enough to know what they would be advising, okay? So think about what each of them would be advising you to do, and just sit with that for a while. Sit with that information about what each of them would be advising and why they would be advising those two different routes, and then you can make the decision about which is the best route for you, okay? Because remember, at the end of the day, we are spirit having a human journey. We're not humans having a spiritual journey. We are spirit first and foremost. And every experience that we go through in life is to enhance our spirit. It's not to enhance you're wondering about, same thing. Your nan would be advising one thing, your mother would be advising another. What would they advise you to do? And you decide, okay? Everybody's spiritual path is theirs to decide what they want to do. It's up to you. Nobody else is going to decide for you, nor should they. If they try to tell you, then be careful, because it's about them. It's not about you, because your spiritual path is your path, nobody else's. Okay, so you decide what you want to do from the information that you've got around you, and it's your nan and your mom that would advise you with get on and do it. Well, there we are. You've got your answer. Okay, have confidence in yourself and go for it. I will leave you with that, and thank you for working with me. Hi, Paula. Not sure why, but really drawn to your room. Love it. Is it one of a kind? Well, it's my... I'm Veronica Jenkins, and I run online live psychic readings with the help of Stace. Yeah, it's my room. But you're welcome. Everybody's welcome. Okay. If you would like to be notified of when we are going live, this week we've got 30 different events going on through the week, including healing, including trance. But if you'd like to be notified, there's a subscribers group. It's £1 a month. It's all £1 a month, and for that £1 you get this weekly schedule. You also get links sent to you every time we go live, so it reminds you that we're actually going live. And on the odd occasion, when I'm wanting to have a play, and if other people on there want to do it as well, I'd give readings. I did when I was working with my totems books, developing that. I did some totem readings for the people that wanted them on the group, and I've done one card tarot readings on there as well. So it's not all the time, it's just when I've got spare time. And if you are a reader and you want to practice, well, come onto the group as well. £1 a month. Okay, and mostly the only reason I charge it is to keep scammers out, because you've got to have a verified Facebook account to be able to not verified, but you've got to be a real person to be able to be at. Right, Sharon Chapman, I'll stop nattering. Sharon, message from your dad or your nana. Okay. Oh gosh, with your, I'm not sure which one it is actually, because the overriding sense I've got is going bang. Okay, so that's either a heart attack or a stroke, and very sudden, or an accident even, that it's just bang, and just, oh dear, just spinny head and out of it and gone. Okay, Sharon, would you understand that feeling with anybody that has passed, whether it's your dad or your nana, please, that passed in that kind of way? Because I just sense spirit at this point, just to know whether I'm with the right person. Okay, Sharon, if that is making sense to you, I've just right, the lady I've got coming through is a lady that's bigger than myself. So I want to say that she's around size 18, 20. Your dad had a fall. Okay. I feel I've got them both in, because the lady, I've also got this lady who's cuddly. Okay. And just got, like this, okay. And she's giving me the sense that she would have scrubbed the floor bare and to keep everything. Right, Kate LeBrock, I'll come back, keep putting that in to remind me to come back to you. I will answer that question, okay? But let me do this link for Sharon first, okay? She liked things put away and in their place, and she'd go mad at your dad not closing doors. Reminds me of my husband and his mum, my mother-in-law, because he's absolutely sod for leaving cupboard doors open. She'd drive her potty and she'd go around slamming the doors closed. Will you close these doors? And your nan's giving me a sense that she could be quite irritable with your dad in that kind of way, that he's just not getting things sorted. And your dad, but the thing is, your dad would like to wind your nana up. I'm saying this. Nana isn't dad's mom. It's your mum's mom. Is that right? Because there's this little bit of separateness, even though there's this banter between them. There's this little bit of separateness in the relationship. So is this making sense to you, Sharon, please? I'm rubbing on here and you might not be able to take any of it. And with your nana, I mean, nanas are wonderful with lullabies and all the rest of it. And yeah, she's, thank you, Sharon. She's singing you the lullabies as well. Hush, little baby, that one especially. And she's giving me the impression you really, really need that lullaby now. And the words of it, hush, little baby, don't say a word, Mum's going to buy you. That, you know, it's just old-fashioned lullaby, just bringing that calm, that sense of feeling safe, protected, being looked after. And that's what she's just bringing through so much for you, Sharon. Okay, you would understand there being grief at this moment of time as well. Grief, and I'm not saying that the passing is recent, but it feels recent. The grief is still very raw, very fresh there, and you'll come across things just in everyday life, and you'll need to go and hide away somewhere, go to the toilet or something, to hide the tears, and you keep thinking, I should be over this. I should. No, just take your time. There's no rules with grief, February. Okay, there's no rules with grief. It's you give yourself time, give yourself permission to grieve, and accept those emotions as they come. Recognize they are born from love and the depth of love that was experienced. And that is just so important. Okay, so don't put any pressure on yourself to get through this. Don't be thinking that it should be any different than what it is. Just accept what it is, accept the emotions, and accept the love that those emotions come from. Okay, your loved ones are still very much around you. Very much. They always are, but they are part of you. And I know that you're looking for signs for Dad around you, and whistles. That's what I'm getting. Whistles. Okay. I don't know whether it's because he's used to whistle, or whether it's just listen for whistles. It's not necessarily him whistling, but those are his ways of just giving you a sign that he's still around you and still very much loves you. Okay, Sharon? Take his love, and thank you for working with me. Right, Katie LaRock, I've forgotten what the question was, so you're going to have to post it again, love. But I know it was one that Spirit was saying, answer that question. So I'm going to answer the question. So, Katie, can you report? Right. How can losing someone you love so much enhance your journey? I've lost my son and can't see the point of anything anymore. Right. Katie, It's funny how spirit worked, because I was thinking of this exact thing today in the car when I was driving. And it's because I was watching Nico last night doing a trance thing for an American show. And Nico's guides and inspirers, Noah, say to people, loss is part of your development, your journey. You chose soul contract and all the rest of it to be here. And it's like, how can you accept on a human journey, when everything you understand about the world is about that human journey, accept loss of somebody so close like your son? But it must be absolutely horrendous. Absolutely. My heart absolutely goes out to you, Kate. Okay. But when mediums or people in trance say about it enhances your journey, they're not talking about your human journey. They're not talking about your human journey at all, because how can it enhance your human journey? It's painful. It hurts. And it destroys your human journey. But the thing to remember is we are spirit first and foremost. And our spirit is on a human journey. And that human journey is like a little tiny mayfly in the expanse of eternity that our spirit is. Okay? Our spirit is eternal. Our spirit is eternal. Our being, our spiritual being, is forever. Okay. And when we choose to come into a human journey for a period of time, we choose to have experiences for that spiritual part of us. Okay. We are going through hell at times on this earth. Absolute hell. Okay. You think of the war, the famine, just the hateful things people do to each other, and the horrendous things that we do to our animal friends and our animal kingdom. It pains me. I get really upset about it all. But it's a human journey, and spiritually, very, very different. That spirit above, beyond the small bit of us that is having this human journey, that's the bit that is enhanced. That is the bit that grows. That is the bit that learns. Because when we pass from this physical world, we then have the opportunity in spirit to if spirit's so loving and understanding, why do we come to suffer? It's not just to suffer, we come to love as well. And if we don't love, we don't suffer. We only suffer because we love. If you hadn't loved your son and you hadn't had such a close bond with your son, then you would not be suffering. Suffering comes from love. And it's the love that's the important bit, okay? And when we leave this human journey and we leave this physical body behind, at that point, we're able spiritually to review what our life was and the emotions that we had in that life. And not only just that, but we experience the emotions that we gave to other people. So for every bit of love that we gave to somebody, that they felt that love back, we feel that doubled. Yeah. But also, here's the catch. For every bit of hate we gave to somebody and hurt that we gave to somebody, we will feel that. We will feel that spiritually. Isn't that interesting? Okay. Yes, Lorraine, the world is a very sad place at the moment, but it's also full of love as well. Okay. At the end of the day, yes, there's worries about world war, but we're not actually in a world war at the moment. And there has been a number of times that we've had 2 world wars, but also we've had periods of war throughout our existence, because humans are pretty nasty creatures to each other. But all we can do is love ourselves and love the people around us and give love to everybody that we meet. Okay, I'm going to have to leave it there because we've got Fulvia coming on to do her tarot course and I'm running into her time. So Stace, I know, is still on here watching because she's going to do the admin for Fulvia. So again, apologies for Helen not being on here tonight. And I'm sorry that you've had to put up with me instead. I hope you've enjoyed it and come back another time and join our group. Okay, thanks for visiting and I hope you've enjoyed it. Night night.